This is Project 7 of Practice Exam 1 for Excel 2019. Computer sales. You are the assistant manager at a store that sells computers and support. The store offers bonuses to employees who meet quarterly sales goals. You've been tasked with preparing the tables that track the sales and bonuses. Task 1, on the Employee Bonuses worksheet, insert a mixed reference in cell F4 so that the formula will correctly calculate the commission when copied from F4 through F11. Copy the reference down the column to verify it calculates correctly. So we want to make sure we're on our Employee Bonuses worksheet tab. We're going to select cell F4. And you can see that the formula in there right now is taking the figure in cell B15, which is our commission rate of 4%, and multiplying it by what is in the total sales column for Sandra. So if we were to copy this down to the rest of the salespeople, let's say we moved down 1, it would take B16, because it's moving down one cell, and multiply it by E5. We need it to stay in B15, but move down one salesperson to E5. So what we need to do is fix this into a mixed reference, and we do that by adding that $sign before the 15. So that's saying not to move down any cells in that column. So when we press enter there, you can see it automatically fills down and calculates the commission for each salesperson. We're going to mark that as complete and move to task number 2. On the Employee Bonuses worksheet, use autofill to copy the formula in cell G4 to calculate the total compensation for each employee. So we already have our sum function located here when we select cell G4, so we can take that fill handle, hover over it till you get that bolded plus sign cursor, and you can double click and it's going to fill down to each salesperson. Mark that as completed and move to task 3. On the parts worksheet, remove the row containing the salesperson named Alan. We're going to change to parts worksheet. We want to move down and find Alan. He's in row 11. So we can click anywhere in row 11, select a cell, and right click. You're going to click on Delete Table Rows, and you can see it removes the whole entire row. Mark that as completed. Move to task 4. On the parts worksheet, change the table style to white, table style medium 1. You want to make sure that you're clicked anywhere within your table. That's going to activate your Table Tools Design Contextual tab. We're going to select that. And in our Table Styles group, we're going to select the More button to display our gallery. We want to navigate down to the Medium section of our gallery, and we want white table style medium 1. Hover over for your screen tip, and you can see that first option in that category matches. We're going to click to apply, mark as completed, and move to the next task. On the parts worksheet, insert a line sparkline in cell F4 that graphs the trend of sales from January through March. So we want to select cell F4, which is in the trend column of our table. We're going to go up to the Insert tab, our Sparklines command group, and select Line. Our dialog box opens up, and now we need to select the data range that this sparkline is going to be based on. You want to make sure your cursor is in that empty box for data range, and then you're going to click over and drag for Sandra, because this sparkline is going to be based on Sandra because we're in row 4, and you want to click and drag from January through March. You do not want to include that total cell, just January, February, and March. So you can get the range B4 through D4. The location range that the spark line is going to be inserted into already shows as F4 because we had that cell selected before we went to go insert our spark line. Click OK, and you can see the beginning of the spark line is based on the data from January of 22,000. Then in February it dips down to 19, and then in March you can see it increases all the way up to 27. We're going to mark that as completed. Grade our final project number 7. I have my 5 green check marks. So you could now go ahead and click next, and it will grade your entire practice exam for you.